And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
Welcome back, everyone. This was the view from the Aguilar area sent in by Holly Gallagher earlier today. A beautiful shot of the Spanish Peaks before the smoke arrived. Look what happened just a few hours later. She sent us a photo from almost the same exact area. You can only make out the foothills. You can hardly make out the outline in the distance of the Spanish Peaks. Where was that smoke coming from? That's a question that Holly posed to us on our Facebook page. I got back to her. She figured it out as well. It was these two big fires burning in northern New Mexico. The Hermit's Peak fire, the biggest one to the east of Santa Fe. This has chewed through more than 7,500 acres. And today, with those strong southerly winds, we were seeing that smoke and haze into parts of Los Animas and Huerfano County. Still dealing with that tonight. But the good news here is that overnight tonight, as the winds begin to shift from the south to the west, look what happens just after sunrise tomorrow. That smoke disperses. Might see a little bit of haze early in the day across the eastern plains, and then once that wind really kicks into high gear, you're not going to see much in the way of smoke and haze in that area compared to what we saw today. Now, the big story from New Mexico into Colorado is the potential for critical fire weather conditions. All of those areas, including the Santa Fe region, Albuquerque up into southern Colorado, under red flag warnings beginning late tomorrow morning. Then I think here locally we get a bit of a break from that higher fire danger on Wednesday and Thursday, as we'll see most of that push a little farther south. Then by Friday, the potential for critical to extreme fire danger, as that looks to be the windiest day with very low humidity. That combined with these tender dry grasses means that if a fire were to break out, it can spread rather quickly. Tonight, relatively calm after another gusty and breezy day. Temperature allowed to cool down to the mid-40s here in the Springs. For Pueblo, current temperature outside is 52 degrees. And as expected, folks, it was a cooler start to the week. Nice and comfortable temperature-wise with upper 50s in the Springs, lower 60s in Pueblo today. Both those areas were below average for this time of the year. Now, tomorrow, the wind shift is going to play a big part in the forecast. It's going to be very windy across the region throughout the afternoon and early evening hours, and that downslope Chinook wind is going to warm things up in a big way. Your daytime highs, they're going to be up, I think, around 15 to 20 degrees from what we saw today. And in the Pikes Peak region, if you want to get outside for a run, might be a little bit difficult. Maybe some blowing sand or dust, as we'll see gusts around 35 miles per hour by mid to late afternoon. The storm off to our west, that is going to clip northern parts of the state Tuesday night to Wednesday morning. Looks like we'll see some moisture into the mountain areas with some very light amounts of snow. But notice for the plains, we are expected to stay dry with more of the same through the middle to end of the week, and that means dry conditions, dry days, and breezy to gusty winds. Tonight, your lows down to the 30s and 40s. Take a look at that warmth on Tuesday. Could see some of the plains warming up to near 90 degrees. In the Springs, we'll be at 80 on Tuesday, 80 on Friday, with a little bit of a cool down, but still above average Wednesday to Thursday. Let's do a breakout on Wednesday. We mentioned the snow in the mountains, but for us here in the Pikes Peak region, just another windy afternoon. By the weekend, seeing a little better model consensus tonight. The American playing catch up with the European and sort of latching onto the idea of some moisture making it out of the mountains. Maybe bringing us some rain and snow by Saturday night to Sunday. Similar story in Pueblo. It's a warm and windy week, but maybe some moisture moving into the region as we head towards the end of the weekend. For Canyon City, it's a mix of 70s and 80s through your Friday. Very high fire danger to wrap up the week, and then the potential for some rain showers moving into Saturday and Sunday. And for Woodland Park, we've got snow for the weekend, but before we get there, Rob and Diane, windy and warm all the way through the end of the week.
Alan, thank you. Colorado.